Happy New Year and welcome to The Exchange. I am your host, Dr. Jacquie Hadnot, and I greet you in the matchless name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, to whom all praises and all blessings are due. Well, welcome to 2022, and it's up and rolling, and I pray that it is starting off for you with a great start. I hope that things are moving in the right direction for you. I hope that all that God is calling you to do in 2022 will even begin to manifest right here, right now, in this month, in this season. So, what I want to talk to you about today is developing a 2022 mindset. You know, the mindset is one of the most important aspects of our success, of our growth, of our moving forward, because without the proper mindset, you know what? We will be stagnant. We will be in a place where we don't see the fullness of what we're called to do, and we will literally miss out on the fullness and the greatness that is waiting for us. I don't care about the COVID and the Omicron and all of the things that are going on. We're talking about developing a mindset for success in spite of all that's going on around us. Because if we look at the situations and circumstances that are happening, we're going to get discouraged. We're going to sit down. We're not going to move forward. We're going to allow what we see around us to shake us up and cause us not to move forward. So I pray that today's show will help you accomplish several things. Number one, I pray that it will encourage you to move forward. Number two, to help you grow in your self-esteem, because let's face it, right now, people are not feeling like they're accomplishing anything. They feel like the COVID and all of the things that are going on in the economy is shutting them down. But I pray that today's show will help you grow your self-esteem, help you to overcome the fears and anxieties that are trailing us every single day because of what's going on around us. So we're not supposed to be afraid and walk in anxiety. We have to walk in the confidence that God has given us, that we are overcomers and that we're more than conquerors. I hope that this thing will attract love and friendship and financial abundance into your life and into your now season, because it's very important that we walk in that abundance mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. I pray that as you walk into these things, the wonderful life that is ahead of you will be manifested in everything you do. So, how are we going to develop a 2022 mindset so to have a good year? Let's start with number one. I want you to visualize, whether it be on paper, a vision board, or in your mind, or all three. I want you to visualize your best life now, this year. Yes, 2021 was challenging, but let's talk about 2022. How can we create a positive, motivating mindset for 2022? You're going to visualize, what do you want your life to look like this year? Do you want greater financial freedom? Well, let's talk about that. How are we going to accomplish that? Budgeting, looking at your expenses and eliminating those things that hinder you. Maybe you are not working right now. Maybe visualizing the best life for you would be, let's talk about starting a business. If we start a business right now, by the time we get into 6 months in it, we will be generating income, maybe 30 days, maybe 90 days. Don't know, but you've got to sit down and visualize the business that you want to start. In visualizing that, you can move forward. Maybe it's your health or your weight. If it is so, then visualize the size that you want to become. If it's your health, how do you want to navigate whatever health issues you have to move into a healthier posture? Maybe it's just a little walking every now and then, walking 3 times a week. That's what it meant for me. Was I walk 3 times a week. And since I couldn't go outside, I got these walking videos that helped me to begin to walk. And it charted my walking from a half mile to a mile to 2 miles, 3 miles, up to 5 miles. So If you want a healthier lifestyle, then start with just walking in place at home. If you have a bicycle, stationary bike, try riding that for about 5 minutes and then stop. But you build up to it so that you can navigate what it is that you want to accomplish. And you set a goal. Again, piece of paper, vision board, even write it, just speaking it into the atmosphere. Make that an affirmation of, I want my best life this year. I want greater health. I want greater wealth. I want greater family time. Whatever it is that you desire to create, visualize it so that you can have yourself in a position to, number two, commit to your goals. If you commit to the goal, you'll accomplish it. You, first of all, are going to have discipline. One of the worst things that we can do is not be disciplined when we set a goal. I'm not talking about setting a New Year's resolution, because let's face it, honey, none of us keep the New Year's resolutions. No, not one. But when we set up in our mindset that we are going to accomplish great things, we set those goals, we discipline ourselves, we walk in it, we live it out, we love it out, and we don't begrudge getting up at 6 a.m. exercising, 6 a.m. to read your word. If you want greater spiritual time with the Lord, greater intimacy with him, then set aside a time of 6 a.m. and get up and walk that thing out. Because guess what? You can accomplish it if you try. Number three, you got to be positive, because in walking in the mindset of a positive accomplishment, a positive goal, you can walk that thing out all by yourself. And I'm not just saying you alone. I'm saying people don't have to always encourage you to do what you need to do. You will accomplish that thing by simply doing this. I can do it. I can do it. Stay positive. Even if you don't walk that half mile the first time, at least I walked a quarter mile. When I first started walking, I could barely get to the mailbox because I still had so much chemo in my body. But I accomplished this thing by starting to walk to the mailbox. When I got finished, when my body was capable of going past the mailbox, I went to the corner. My doctor said, start off slow. Don't go too fast. So I made it to the corner and back. And there were times when I might have had to use something to assist me in walking, but guess what? I still had the assistance of, whether it be a cane or be a walker, whatever it was, I still had that goal set that I was going to accomplish that goal of moving forward, because you cannot accomplish something if you're not consistent with it. It'll be a hit, it'll be a miss, it'll be a this, it'll be a that, but you've got to stay positive and graduate into the areas that are going to make you move forward. Those three things right now will help you start this year off right. Just setting the goals, just setting the mindset, resetting. Let's talk about that. You've got to reset your mindset for success. You've got to take that mindset and say, hey, I'm going to be able to do this a step at a time. They say, how do you bite an elephant? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So you take that mindset and developing it for 2022, not looking at what happened in the past, but looking at what's going on in your life right now and being grateful for everything that you went through. I mean, no, it wasn't all good, but you're here. You might have had COVID, but you're here. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful that I can share this testimony of how I overcome whatever it was, whether it be COVID, whether it be cancer, whether it be financial hardship. Celebrate your accomplishment and celebrate how you feel about moving forward with this great testimony. You can still open, even if you had some things left over from last year, you can still finish strong. You can still finish those things into the first part of the year and not hold back, but let go of the things that hurt you, let go of the things that hindered you. And every time you share your testimony or your encouragement with someone, let the ending of it be, this is how I came through it. This is how I was able to overcome. This is how I was able to find a resolution or a solution to what happened to me in that season. And these are the things that I learned from them. That's what you got to tell yourself. This is what I learned. Here's another strategy. Priorities are important in this season. Setting priorities means, again, setting goals. And then you prioritize those things that you want to accomplish. If you know you want to write a book, set aside an hour a day just to write, 45 minutes to an hour, and you can do a lot. Get in a quiet place, get your computer, your paper, your tape recorder, whatever it is, get it out and begin to bring those ideas up and out of you. But you've got to prioritize that thing. You've got to set a goal of developing a 2022 mindset. And that 2022 mindset says, I'm going to accomplish great things in this season. Because when you prioritize, you can move forward. Don't linger on the things that hurt you. Here's another strategy. Don't linger on, around, or hover over the things that hurt you, the people that hurt you, the situations that hurt you. Look at them as stepping stones to your growth. Because when you look at them as stepping stones to your growth, guess what? You can move in great and mighty ways. You can move in spheres and realms and territories like never before. So don't linger on the things that hurt you. And then you be grateful, be thankful to God for the positive things, the positive experiences that you encountered, and you celebrate your accomplishments through them. You got to celebrate yourself in this season. You've got to allow what you've accomplished, what you've been through, to be the part that moves you forward to greater successes, greater heights, and deeper depths. You've learned a ton of things in 2021. Let's face it, we all did. We learned how to navigate COVID. We learned how to navigate financial situations. So as you move into 2022, take that knowledge and put it into action. Take that knowledge and move forward. Take that knowledge and move in realms and spheres and territories like never before. Take that knowledge and allow the Lord to move you in a greater way. That's what's going to help you to navigate some things. Here's another one. In 2021, we had dreams of things we wanted to accomplish. For me, I wanted to travel. But because of COVID, I wasn't able to travel. I wanted to continue coaching, but a lot of that couldn't be in person. But here's what I was able to do. Navigate that thing by doing it virtually. So nothing had to stop for me. Teachings, ministry, conferences, workshops, it became virtual. But I had to navigate and pivot just enough to get all of that in place so that I could continue to move forward. So for you, those 2021 visions and dreams that you did not accomplish, guess what? It's 2022. Put them back on the table. Don't leave your dreams on the 2021 table. Move them to your 2022 table and say, I am ready to move forward. I am ready to, next strategy, have my best life now. I'm ready to walk this thing out, move this thing out, love this thing out. I'm ready to take this thing grab the horns of the altar and move forward. I'm ready to do some great things because I am sincerely motivated by what I left on the table to see them happen in 2022. And you can do it. It is not impossible, but you know what? Again, it's got to be that consistency. You've got to take the course and be consistent with it. You've got to run the race with consistency. The race is not given to the swift, nor to the strong, but he that endures to the end. So this is the beginning of 2022. Now you've got to endure to the end. You've got to see every one of those dreams and visions that you had even in 2021, finish them up now and move into your 2022, because it is very possible to do it. You've got to know that there is power locked inside of you. And that power says, I can accomplish great things. That power says, I can move in realms and spheres and territories. That mindset says, I can take this thing that I'm dreaming of, and I can bring it to the earth realm. I can birth it out. I can walk it out. I can live it out. It says I have a formula. I'm sitting in my kitchen right now, and just like with any kitchen, anything that you cook, anything you discover, it takes a recipe, it takes a formula. So your 2020 formula says, I can develop these strategies for my 2022 season, because it's very important that as you walk down the road of 2022, that your mindset is in line with where you're going. Your mindset is in line with how you're moving, how you're breathing, how you're bringing this forward. Your mindset says you're not going to shut up, shut down, or break down, but you're going to break out and you're going to break forth into the newness of what is available to you. Your 2022 year, you're going to let go of worries. Yes, you will have concerns, because we all do, but there's a difference between having a concern and having a worry. If you have a concern about something, then you develop a strategy for navigating that. My concern is staying free of COVID-19 and all of its variants. So I know what to do. All of the things they told us to do in the beginning, just increase them. One of the nurses I spoke with recently said, don't just wear one mask now, wear two masks. So I am conscious of putting on two masks. And if I go into the grocery store, when I come out of the grocery store, I throw those masks in the trash, because anything that might have accumulated on that mask, I don't want to carry it into my car. I don't want to bring it into my house. I want to make sure that I throw those away and grab two new masks and keep right on pushing. Because again, you got to be able to navigate the things that will help you in your 2022 season. Now, let's talk about your relationships. There are some relationships that they might have become strained in 2021. Pray about it. Let's see how we can mend those relationships. Let's develop a strategy, a heartfelt, sincere strategy to mend those relationships. If you have family members that you haven't seen in a while, a simple phone call can answer a lot of questions. If there are new relationships that you're developing, give them your all, give them your best, because in developing relationships, it helps us to move forward. At the last quarter of 2021, I developed some amazing new relationships, and these relationships opened up greater doors for me. And when those doors opened, I was able to take those doors that helped me, and I was able to help others. So you've got to have the mindset of developing relationships that help you and help others to grow. So expect those relationships to blossom in 2022. Cultivate those relationships. Give as much as you receive, give. Don't always be on the receiving end of things, but give as much as you receive. Matter of fact, give more than you receive. Do it exceeding abundantly above all things. And just give and love and be a blessing to people, because truly it will help you to feel better about yourself. You know, one of the things I like about living my life with this new mindset, I was so energized the other day that I was doing things around the house so that I could be prepared to get to this day. So I could get in the studio, so I could keep my consistency with my shows upcoming into 2022, because all of the things that I want to pour out and impart into my viewers and my listeners, I want that to be the absolute best that it can be. So when you think about what you're called to do it to the best of your ability. Give it your all. That's your next tip. Whatever you're doing, give it your all, because when you give it your all, you will have amazing results. And those amazing results say, I have the best intentions. I have the best strategies. I have the best mindset. Therefore, I am going to give my best to the people around me and to the vision that I have. This is the year of positive thinking. This is the year of moving in greater heights and deeper depths. This is the year that you say, I will accomplish, I will go through, I will succeed, I will. This is the year of your I will. And as you're walking through the year of your I will, you will begin to see some I wills come to pass. It's amazing when we see these I wills, I strive, I go, I'm going through, I'm going to make happen. Because when you say that, it means that you have the mindset to make this thing happen. You have the mindset to walk in greater heights, again, in deeper depths. So be responsible. That's the next one. Be responsible for what you commit to. Don't take on so much that you feel overloaded or overwhelmed, but be responsible for those things you commit to, because your word carries a lot of weight. And because your word carries weight, you have to do what's necessary to keep yourself paced with what you committed to, but not overwhelmed, and let people see that you say what you mean and you mean what you say. Let 2022 be a year of responsibilities for you. Let it be a responsible year to accomplish great things, because if I trust you and the people around you trust you and you trust you, it says a lot about what you're going to accomplish. So that's going to be important. Number 3, know that you are capable of achieving what you set your mind to and becoming whoever you desire to be in 2022. Know that you are capable of achieving great things, accomplishing great things, and you can become who you set out to become. If you decide to become a millionaire in 2022, hey, you can do it, but you got to have a strategy. If you desire to become a coach or a mentor, you can accomplish it, but you got to put a strategy to it. If you decide to come out of the season of lack that you might have been in, you can accomplish it if you put your mind to it. You've got to put your mind to the greater things that are locked inside of you, and you won't do it always being negative about yourself. And the best way to do that is stay focused. Here we go, next one. Stay focused. Stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on your vision plan, your mission. Stay focused. Do not allow distractions to keep you from the fullness of what you're desiring to accomplish. Do not let distractions hold you back, or shut you down. Do not let distractions get in your way, because all distractions want to do is keep you from the fullness of what you're called to do. So those distractions, they cannot get in your way. Sorry, I'll just have to look at the time. Don't get in your way. Here's the next one. You got to get in alignment in many areas. You got to get in alignment, first of all, with God. And you're going to get an alignment with Him by strengthening your prayer life. When you get in alignment with the Lord, guess what? Your prayer life will be strengthened. Your prayer life will move you forward. You will hear directions. You will hear the plan. You will hear the purpose. You will hear the direction, and you will have the strategies to move forward, because the Bible says the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. So imagine this. You're moving forward. You're coming in alignment with your goals and your dreams. You're coming in alignment with what God has called you to do. You're coming in alignment with the direction and the ministry and the business or whatever it is. You're in alignment. You're synchronized and you're syncopated with the Lord. So you must be in alignment in all areas. If it's your health, come in alignment with your body. Come in alignment with a protocol to get you to where you are. Come in alignment with stop eating junk food and things that are not healthy for us. Come in alignment with your finances and spending unnecessarily, and put a budget together, and don't spend on eating out so much. Take that money from eating out, move forward. But you've got to come in alignment with your goals, which means you've got to come in an agreement with your goals, and you want the results that you see that you can have in 2022, because having those goals, having those dreams mean nothing if you don't come in alignment with it or come in agreement with it. Whichever word fits you, come in alignment with God, get in alignment with through prayer, through fasting, through seeking His face, through studying the word, and then move forward in the thing that you desire to do, because that is so important. Okay. And in moving into that realm of alignment, you've got to make sure that you're consistent. So for me in 2022, every Monday from 9 o'clock to noon, I'm in the studio. So I'm consistently moving forward to create greater content. I'm consistently moving forward that when that's done, have all my programs into the various networks that I need so that I'm not late, I'm not slowful. But I'm consistently saying now is the time that I put more effort into what I'm called to do, whether it's the radio or the television, whether it's my home, and then I'm consistently Monday doing the things that are necessary to keep the house done, get the dinner ready, get all of these things done so that I can move forward and not have all kinds of little fragments and debris trailing me. So you've got to be consistent in this thing. You have the power to achieve anything that you put your mind to. I'm speaking that into your life today. You have the power to achieve anything that you put your mind to, any strategy, any witty idea. The Bible tells us that he will give us witty inventions. It tells us in Deuteronomy 8:18 that he shall give us power to create wealth. Don't just limit wealth to being about money. Put wealth in the perspective of health, wealth, mental wealth, emotional wealth, financial wealth, relational wealth, spiritual wealth. All of these wealths are available to you, available to us to accomplish great things. So you have the power to achieve everything that you have set your mind to do in this season. And I want to leave you with this right here, because it's about our time is going to be about up. But guess what? In knowing that this is 2022, I want you to start with a clean slate. Okay? Everything I've told you as a strategy, build a clean slate. And in that clean slate, it says that you are not going to look at all the things behind you, your failures, your negative thinking, your stinking thinking, all of those things. You're going to start out right now, today, with a positive mindset of accomplishing any and everything that you have set out to do. So wipe the slate clean and walk into the new beginning of your new season. That's what I want to leave with you. And I pray that something has been said to encourage you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to move to greater heights and to move to deeper depths. I pray that 2022 will be the season, be the year that you accomplish great things for the kingdom of God and for your life. Build this new life, walk out this new life, love out this new life, and allow the Lord to move your new life into a new dimension.